Hello YouTube, and thanks for tuning into SPANKLE-VISION. And we are back again with another episode of Minecraft tutorials, and today I'm going to be continuing the military build vehicles. I've gotten a request to do some more military, so today we're going to make the US military HIMARS, which that stands for High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. And this is a just another cool US military vehicle. Pretty much it's just got like this rocket payload back here. This thing can swivel around so they can drive with some major artillery. They can just roll up in your vicinity and just start launching these things. And it's pretty cool. Pretty nice little build here. I've got a few more military ideas coming in the future, but I wanted to get this one out of the way. So we'll get started here. It's pretty easy. Doesn't take very many blocks or very much time once we get going on it. So to start, you'll need your stone slabs, black wool, green wool, glass blocks, a button, pressure plates, anvil, green carpet, and a furnace. A dispenser will work too, it really doesn't matter, we're just going for the side. And I am on the plastic texture pack. So first thing we're going to do is get the base laid down. I'm just going to move this over a little bit. So what you're going to do is go 5 across with your slabs. Pick those up first. So we're going to go 5 across, and it's 15 long, but we don't want to go all that way yet. First of all, after you lay your first row of slabs, this is the front, remember. Go ahead and lay some tires there and behind it. And then fill in this row, and then you're going to go 2 more back on the 5 wide, and then you're going to go 3 wide, and then you're going to go back to 5 wide on the next row here, and you're going to do that twice, and then we're going to go back to 3 wide for the rest of the way. So it's 15 total, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and just fill that in 3 wide. And after you do that, you should be looking just like that. And then we're going to go back and lay the back tires. So from the rear end, you're going to go 1, 2, lay a tire here, take a space, lay another tire, do the same thing on the other side, and that'll get those back tires out of the way. We can go ahead and put the buttons in if you'd like. You get your little hubs on there. Alright, and that's the base of the HIMARS, so it's a pretty simple build. So we're gonna go with the green wool next, and you're just gonna fill in basically this little 4 section. Just go ahead and fill it in, give a row here, and go ahead and fill it in here. And then you go over the tire, and you're gonna raise up one, and back here in the back with another set of the green wool right there. And in the front, you're gonna go ahead and lay the blocks, and on the side. Or what we'll do actually, because I do a little trick where you put the guy's face in here. So you want to leave you don't want to put the window all the way here. Leave a little space, and then you can take this guy's head. I like to do this little Steve head. We'll just put him in here. Plop him down right there. So when you look in the window, it looks like there's somebody driving, because this thing's kind of armored up and not a whole lot of space to see in. So then you put your half slab there, put a half slab there, and then you're gonna put your green carpet on just these 3 on the sides here. And then we're gonna build up. There is no back windows, so we are just gonna build up the back here with green wool. You're gonna go 1 up from the glass, and that'll be it, and that'll cover the roof of this. And then you're going to come out in the front, and you're going to lay some half slabs there. Like I said, it's just kind of like armor up the windows. These things don't just drive around with wide open windows, so they don't get shot. They give them some protection. And we need to go back to the buttons, get rid of that head. And we need actually some item frames too. I think we're done with carpet for now. If we need to get it again, we can. So for this one, I like to put the item frames on, and then put the glass in for the headlights, and then maybe just give it like a little grill there, the buttons across for the grill, and you got a nice front of the cab now at least done of the HIMARS. And for this, the next row back, you're gonna lay a furnace backwards and another furnace backwards that way. Now we're gonna put a green block in the middle, and then a green block there. Actually, we do need the carpet. Okay, get back to green carpet. And place it right there and right there. Now you're gonna need to go back to your green wool. Just fill in on top of here. These 2 rows back. And actually gut out that middle one right there. Okay, and then up top here, lay another backwards furnace just to give it, it's just like a little bit of metal. Maybe there's some vents back here, like a little connector or something. Lay a pressure plate there, and there, and it just kind of looks like where it would sink back down, because this thing usually rides like down, but it raises up and it can turn 360 degrees. And actually, if you wanted, whenever we go to make the rocket housing itself, you could turn it any direction you want and create it, you know, because they can turn 360 degrees, so you don't necessarily have to have it that way. I just have it this way just for reference. And we're gonna go ahead with the anvils now, and you're gonna make sure those are, yep, lay them that way, and all the way to the end, and on the end turn them that way. So you've got our anvils there, and we're gonna go ahead and put green wool all the way down this, what's left here of the side, and that's where you should be looking right now. That's all we've got to do now is make the rocket housing itself, which is pretty easy. So you go back to the back, and these back 2, you're gonna put green wool, and you're gonna come out 1 over the back side. So it's gonna be 5 wide as well. It's actually gonna be hanging over. Oops. So there you go. That's the first level. And then for the second level, you take a 2 gap, and you're gonna put, oh no wait, it's not, you're just gonna double that up, excuse me. You're gonna go 2 over, and just fill that in. Just like that. Alright, and once you do that, now you take your 2 space, and then we're gonna start the next level, and you're gonna go 2 over again. Oops. Just like that. Just make sure you got 2 and 2, as you can see there. And we're just following off of this one. And then same thing, you're gonna go 2. Fill these in, and you're gonna go 2 over, just like the previous level. Alright. And for the top row, it's a little bit different. Take your 2 space, just fill out these 3 for now. And in the middle, go ahead and do these 3. Come down, get the 3 below it. Now we're gonna need cobblestone walls here for this little bit. It has like these little rails that come off, and go ahead and just push those out 3 right there. It's kind of like whenever it sinks down into here, it kind of locks it in, I guess. I'm not really sure of exactly what all this thing does. I just know it's a mobile artillery. And for the little added detail, you can take some item frames and then put some green wool in there, because they fire these rockets. I did the same thing down here on the back, because they actually go all the way through. These things are huge, so that you can add a little extra layer of detail. How did I do that? Lay it on there without blowing it. And for the buttons, you're going to want to put one on the bottom corner here, on the sides, and we go back up to the top, and one here, and one on this side. And that is it. That is your HIMARS, your high mobility artillery rocket system, US Army style. You could probably, if you wanted to light the cab up, just drop a glowstone in there, maybe behind him or underneath of him, somewhere you got room. But this is it. Pretty easy, simple design, basic, but yet still cool with the details. And if you know what it is, it's even better, you know. And to add to any military base or a scene, you could even have these rockets. I was thinking about, like, actually launching, like maybe have one like flying out. I should have done that. I should have thought about that before, but. And like I said, you could have it, you know, these things turn 360 degrees, so you could have it, instead of facing that way, you could have your rockets facing over here. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully for the fans that asked for the military build, this will get you going, expand your military base a little bit more, and just give me some time, and I've got some more coming. I've got some really good ideas. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching. Oh wait, we're not quite done. Wait. Final detail, that's right, you gotta have the launch switch. Just notice that. I put these little levers as like a little final detail. There you go. Like one final little connector maybe when it lays down, just to add to the detail of it. Alright, so there you go. That is the HIMARS. Twin HIMARS. Alright, and as always, I do appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. Thanks a lot.